Get your popcorn ready. Big 12 presidents and athletic directors meet tomorrow, Thursday, at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport Grand Hyatt. They're going to be talking about Gonzaga. They're going to be talking about maybe some other Pac-12 schools. They're going to be talking about the issue of Oklahoma and Texas leaving 1 year early. They're still talking about that issue. Welcome to emergency episode 141 of College Football's Peek Around the Corner with your host, Greg Flugar. We talk about everything in college football because we love everything in college football. If you do as well, please subscribe to our channel. Smash that like button if you like our content. Share the video with your family and friends. Dennis Dodd, CBS Sports, came out with an article a little more than 1 hour ago discussing all of these issues that Big 12 presidents and athletic directors are going to discuss tomorrow. Let's get right to it. Let's not waste any more time. When Big 12 presidents and athletic directors begin meeting Thursday at the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport Grand Hyatt, might as well bring your popcorn. As we say here at Peek Around the Corner, get your popcorn ready. On the agenda is Gonzaga's potential membership in basketball. That alone has realignment implications beyond the Big 12. That issue alone. There will also be some discussion about the possible early exit of Texas and Oklahoma for the SEC. Gonzaga's candidacy. Again, this is all Dennis Dodd's reporting, CBS Sports, more than an hour ago here on February 1st. Basketball typically brings about 20% of the value of any media rights deal. That's why football is so much more important. It's also why no Power 5 conference has basketball-only members. But this is Gonzaga, a national power, and this is Commissioner Brett Yormark, who is looking to make a mark in his new role and has been pursuing the school as a basketball-only addition. The Bulldogs do not play football. After spending 43 years in the mid-major West Coast Conference, there are indications Gonzaga wants to play up a level of competition and get paid for it. They also want the massive exposure. They want the big brand Gonzaga to play other big brand Power 5 programs for so many reasons. NIL, for so many reasons, Gonzaga finally wants to make this move. Back to the article. Numerous reports have West Coast Power at least considering its options with Big 12, Pac-12, and the Big East, all potential landing spots. I would assume if the Big 12 wanted Gonzaga, they'd have Gonzaga. A person familiar with the media rights deal told CBS Sports. We've talked about here at Peek Around the Corner. We thought the decision was going to be made here at the end of January, but then again, we thought a Pac-12 media deal would be done a couple months ago at least. Gonzaga's not going to make a decision until they see that Pac-12 media deal. So the decision has been pushed, but we were told that Big 12 wants Gonzaga. Fox Sports wants Gonzaga in the Big 12. It's up to Gonzaga. Now listen to the next paragraph here in the Dennis Dodd report, CBS Sports. On the school's end, the decision is said to be largely up to Mark Few, who has guided the Zags since 1999. The program is currently in the middle of its rights deal with ESPN and CBS that expires in 2026-27. On the Big 12 end, Yormark has tried to sell his ADs on the concept of a basketball-only member. They have previously seen a presentation regarding Gonzaga's membership, but it did not include any financial details. Again, in this article, released just an hour ago by Dennis Dodd, CBS Sports, it's up largely to Coach Mark Few of Gonzaga, where Gonzaga goes next, because they're going to move to a Power 5 or Power 6, Big East, Big 12, Pac-12, or the Big East. Gonzaga's on the move, and Mark Few looks like he has a big decision to make. The attraction between the two parties is obvious. The Big 12 already is the best basketball league. And this is before Cincinnati comes in, BYU comes in, and the Houston Cougars basketball program comes into the Big 12. They're already the best basketball program. And now they're only going to get better. With Gonzaga, it would get even stronger. Membership would insulate the Zags in the case of the tournament field grows and the likes of the WCC lose its automatic qualifying status. That was speculated when the NCAA Transformation Committee released its recommendations last month. In return for bringing its brand, Gonzaga would get security and access, and we would say a whole lot more exposure, and access to the NCAA tournament revenue that surpassed $32 million in 2020. What about the Pac-12? The Pac-12 makes the most sense for Gonzaga, but the league, when it comes to geography, but the league remaining is unsettled in several key areas. It may drive Gonzaga and some of the Pac-12's own schools to the Big 12. Let me repeat that. But the Pac-12 remaining unsettled in several key areas may drive Gonzaga in some of the Pac-12's own schools to the Big 12. This buttresses what Marchand and Oron said this morning in their sports media podcast and in episode 140 that we covered early this morning. The Pac-12 presidents and athletic directors concluded a regularly scheduled Monday meeting with no resolution. Pac-12 presidents and athletic directors did a meeting Monday and had no resolution in its ongoing media rights negotiations. The Pac-12 needs that to be settled before proceeding with anything else. The current media deal with Fox and ESPN expires July 1st, 2024. This is the It is extremely late in the negotiation process. It's the Pac-12. 17 months out to still be this far away from an agreement given there is an expiring deal. Now, for the money shot. I wouldn't say it's a concern, said Pac-12 athletic director. We're in a process. Panic or impatience isn't going to make a difference. Panic or impatience isn't going to make a difference. So we had a meeting Monday, Pac-12 presidents, athletic directors. We have a meeting tomorrow. Tomorrow at the Dallas Fort Worth International Airport Grand Hyatt. Big 12 going to be discussing once again Gonzaga. They're going after Gonzaga. The Fox Sports wants Gonzaga in the Big 12 as well. Mark Few, according to this report from Dennis Dodd, looks like he plays a large part in the decision-making process for Gonzaga and where they're going to go. Pac-12, Big 12, Big East. Let me know what you think is going to happen in the comments section below the video. And they're going to be talking about the Big 12 meeting tomorrow. They're going to be talking about Oklahoma and Texas. Can they cut a deal? Can they get a deal done that has Oklahoma and Texas leaving 1 year early to the SEC, leaving the Big 12 in 2024 to the SEC? Remember, everybody has to be made whole on that. Big 12 and Fox Sports, if Texas and Oklahoma would leave 1 year early, and they're going to be talking about Pac-12 schools. There's no question about it. Brett Yarmark trying to come around the back window to grab one or two of those Pac-12 schools to make the dream come true for the Big 12 to become a true national conference, all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast, to get that fourth time window slot, valuable slot for the Big 12 and its media partners, Fox and ESPN. So get your popcorn ready. Get your bag of popcorn ready. Tomorrow night, we're going to be doing a live show here at Peek Around the Corner, starting at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 6 o'clock Central Time, 4 o'clock Pacific Time. We're going to be discussing the Big 12 meeting in Dallas. It's going to be taking place tomorrow. We're also going to be doing our way too early SEC predictions for the 2023 season. So come join us. Come join us in the live show tomorrow night. This has been an emergency episode 141 meeting tomorrow. Fort Worth, Dallas, International, Hyatt. Wow, lots of things going on. Stick with us here at Peek Around the Corner. Until next time, which is tomorrow night live show. Please, you all take care of each other. Thank you so very much.